challenge is going to be this week. But it's going to come down to who wanted more, It'll come down to the preparation. We know it's going to be competitive every single snap. We know what type team it's going to be. And so it starts today, started this week, started this morning with the film review, film study, man, getting our mind right, getting ready for Sunday, because it's going to be a great matchup.
And Shane in particular, what makes him stand out among
Oh, yeah, dude is solid, man. Dude's standing, 6'2", long arm, long frame, man. Him and Unfabe and the other DB, so and boys got length in the secondary, so it's going to come down to the details, footwork, going at the line of scrimmage, and being competitive all through the whole snap, because, it's going to be competitive all 4 quarters. So.
Nico, sorry, the 2 kind of parts of the season for them. They were struggling at the beginning of the year, playing really well lately. When you cut on the film, what is so different of why they're suddenly good?
Boys just wanted more. I feel like they had to adjust, to what I feel like they needed to do to win. It started off slow, but it's a long season, marathon, because you never know the way you start mean the way you're going to end. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, for that team, they playing good right now. I think 5-game winning streak, 4 games, something like that. But they playing well ball right now, man. So they don't come in with a mindset and on a mission, trying to beat us. But we got to come in ready to go to war.
Nico,
this game is very, very important for us and them. But it's really come down who really wanted more in the end. So let's go to war, man.
Nico,
let's get it.
Nico, the game got flexed. It was supposed to be at 3, and now it's at noon for more eyeballs on the screen.
Really?
For you guys,
snap.
you having a first-year coach, them having a first-year coach, kind of a change of culture. What does that mean for you guys now, knowing that people are paying attention to the Texans and the Broncos?
It means a lot, man. It means a lot. It really starts with the fan base. Really want to appreciate them for showing the love, support. Throughout every game they showed up, man. But I feel like, man, it's really gonna come down to, like I said, who want more. It's a big time game. Blessed that it got moved up. More viewers, but I feel like it's just another matchup. Another game, 2 teams that really want it to win. So I feel like this game, man, really gonna mean a lot for both teams, So see who won it, man. I feel that's our mindset this week. Let's go out, tech details. Coming off the loss last week, man, we need this win.
Treat it like a playoff game?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Every game. I feel like every game from now on out is very important. I feel like it's a great time frame from Thanksgiving to Christmas, who really want more. We're trying to stack wins right now. So we're going to continue to grow, harp on the details, man, and just keep balling, keep being us.
Nico, where do you think this offense is headed?
You said headed? I feel like we're headed in the right direction. It's a lot of growth, a lot of details, we feel like we can always improve on, as an offense, as a unit, offense, both sides, offense and defense, So I feel like for us, man, today was watch, film from last week, come out of practice, improve on it, and then just get ready for Denver this week, man. I feel like, but it's a long week. Continue to stack details, continue to watch film study, man, and get ready for Sunday.
How often do you get the game plan, start practicing on a Wednesday, on Thursday, and see what you got, and then the stuff that you guys planned and pinpointed comes to fruition on game day, and it really hits, it takes off, and you guys are able to exploit something?
Yeah. I feel like it really starts, right after, Sunday. After we watch the game from the previous game Monday, and then, Tuesdays, off day. So it really starts Tuesday. You harp in details, locking on the game film, see what coverage they're running, seeing what, they scheme schematically, just seeing what they do, get the feel for it, and go out to practice. Go out to practice, man, and just get ready for it,
But have you ever had an instance where you work on something in particular and it just blows up in a good way for you guys?
Yeah. It's kind of, we assume what they're gonna be in Sunday. It's kind of like an assumption thing. But going out Sunday, you really don't know until you're out there. I feel like whatever they show, we're gonna have to adapt to it. That's part of it. So I feel like we're gonna be prepared for anything they throw at us and get ready for it Sunday. Just whatever they, trying to mix it up. Be ready for it.
How demoralizing is it for defenses when CJ extends a play and you guys are able to kind of run that scramble drill?
Oh yeah. I feel like I put a lot of stress on the defense, because I feel like it's a lot of off-schedule timing. At that point it's football. Just get open. Just find the open spot, open boy, man, and just find the ball and CJ gonna find you. And I feel like that's how it might have to be. You never know. Nothing goes as planned. Sunday, but I just feel like you got to adapt to it. And then go from there.
On that touchdown pass, it looked like initially the route you kind of were stationary, and then he kind of scrambles, and you get on the move. And then once you're moving, you catch the ball in rhythm. I mean,
yeah, that's kind of how it is, man. It's like, all right, no ball, now you got to find an open void. You know, QB move, you got to move with him, you know, stay in his vision. And he found me, you know, nice ball, boom, translate, going to the end zone, you know, easy, you know. So, but it really just depends on, you know, what the defense throws at us, you know, just off schedule, and you know it's going to be scrimmage drill, reverse scrimmage drill like we do, you know, every single day in practice, you know. So it's just another obstacle, you know, we can't hesitate.
You guys are about to be on your 6th different starting offensive line this week. For you in particular, what's it been like? What's it going to be like working with a different guide guard going in this week?
It'll be a little different, but nothing crazy. We obviously had to do it in the game, and it went pretty smooth. I think Juice did a really good job of hopping in there, and the kid only had like 2 real practices last week, and he's been out I don't know how long, but he did a really good job of just being ready to go. Mentally, he was good. Physically, he was good. And we'll practice this week and build this week and just get better.
It's maybe more of a question for him, but I mean, you guys are in the same room. You've been holding it down at center. I imagine he was preparing more to play guard than center going in. Did that make it easier?
Probably a little bit, but still, he only had Wednesday and Thursday that were kind of live speed practices for him since late August. So as much as he could have been prepared to play guard mentally, he just physically didn't get a ton of work. Like you usually would get a fall camp and some preseason and all that. Like he was done at the end of preseason, and he hasn't played until last week, and then he has to go out and play sort of a new position, and I think he handled it really well, and he played really well.
What's it like, you know, going back watching the film and seeing what the pass rush was doing? I mean, was it communication? Was it correctable things on your end?
Definitely correctable things. For the most part, communication was good. There's a few blitzes they brought that we could have been better on assignment-wise. And then it just comes down to fundamentals and technique, and then winning physically, which we can all be better at, especially myself, and we will be.
What are you seeing in the run game that's kind of stood out? I know it's been a long season. You guys are coming off 2 really good games with Singletary moving the ball. What happened this past week?
The biggest thing is when we get them called early in a game, they have to be productive so we can keep calling them. If you start a game with some tough runs, it doesn't give the play caller a ton of confidence to keep hammering, you know, runs. So the biggest thing we can do as an O-lineman is start fast in the run game, not start slow, and make sure, you know, Bobby has confidence in the run game and we can get more call, which is what you want as an O-lineman, to start fast, running the ball, and hang your head on that every game. But obviously each game is different, but the biggest thing we can do is start fast running the football and kind of establish it right away.
Hey, Michael, how much does it help the fact that you guys have had to have this next man up mentality all year on the O-line? You got a guy like Tytus go down. Does that help you guys be able to make the adjustment easier?
Yeah, and that's just kind of how the NFL works. Whoever that may be, you have to be ready to play at any time. Even if you're a guy who's been on IR the whole year and you had 2 live practices and bam, probably wasn't expecting it, but there he was, and playing a position that he wasn't playing in preseason. So it just, you got to be ready to go at all times. The biggest thing is mentally knowing what to do, and then physically you just got to know, especially if it's a new position, just to cut it loose and play fast. And that's exactly what Juice did.
When CJ starts to improvise, what do you guys do as an offensive line? Is it hit somebody? Is it stay in front of someone?
The biggest thing is whoever you're blocking, stay in front of him, and then don't hold, which can be hard, you know, because you're thinking, you know, he's right behind me. All of a sudden, guy starts running lateral, and you're taught, you know, block him, and it's tough. You know, don't hold, but don't give up on a play. The biggest thing is just finish. Block for as long until you hear a whistle, until you see the balls thrown. And CJ's doing a really good job of that. And it's tough, but you want to make sure you don't hold and then just finish. Give him as much time to make plays.
Mike, do you guys have that internal clock as much as a quarterback does? Like, he knows that tick when he knows he needs to get the ball out. Do you guys have that too? And can you get a sense when it's like, oh crap,
Yeah, you definitely have a feel for like it should probably be out by now. And normally it's just you can feel it in the D lineman's reaction when things get off schedule. But as an O-lineman, you don't want to ever listen to that internal clock. You just want to block until you know it's for sure thrown, until you hear a whistle. But like I said, if he starts scrambling around and he gets outside the pocket, do your best to stay in front of a guy and finish, but don't hold, for sure.
What's Denver done well here in the recent weeks allowed them to get on that winning streak?
From what I've seen, they've just played really sound defense. What they do really well. They got a good front, and they pressure a solid amount. But what they do, they're bought into, and they do a really good job. Really good technique, really good fundamentals, and it'll be a good matchup.